Number 1, stop turning your hand wheel backwards or away from you. That hand wheel is designed to turn one way and one way only, towards you or counterclockwise. Turning the hand wheel away from you actually disrupts this entire process. You can get thread breaks, like I said, bird nests, jams, skip stitches. It's overall not a good thing, but it's not something you necessarily would automatically know. Now, there's one exception that I like to mention when you might actually want to move the hand wheel backwards. If you get your thread tangled or knotted up while you're stitching, you can gently nudge the wheel backwards while you tug on the threads. But if you get any resistance at all in the hand wheel, don't do this and go ahead and stop. But sometimes I get really good results with this. Just kind of nudge that hand wheel and pull the thread. Now, number 2, make sure you're threading the top thread correctly and you're not missing any of the guides or slots. Well, how do you know if you aren't? Consult your manual. This is really the most important thing you can do. Every machine is slightly different, and your manual has the precise threading diagram, the precise instructions for your specific model. The inside of your machine is basically a maze, and the thread must follow that maze exactly. You can't see what's happening when you're threading, but as long as you're following the path that you have in your manual, that is good enough. Always double check your thread path if you're having problems. Honestly, it's just easier to re-thread it than to try to determine if you missed anything. Sometimes you may have it threaded correctly and something will just sort of jump or fall out of the place. It happens to all of us. I definitely will simply re-thread my machine when I'm having problems. Number 3, make sure your presser foot is up when you're threading. When the presser foot is up, the thread can travel inside of the machine freely. If you try to thread with the presser foot down, the tension discs that are inside of your machine will lock or close, and it won't be possible to slide the thread deep enough into your machine. Number 4, make sure you're using the right bobbin. There is a correct size of bobbin for your machine. I can't count how many times I've seen new sewers who have accumulated old sewing supplies from someone who was well-meaning and donating their supplies to them. And they just assumed that the bobbins that they received from that person would work with their particular machine. Well, sometimes they will. Some bobbins are absolutely interchangeable between machines. But bobbins are identified with a letter or number, so we can identify them, like class 15 or type L. Unfortunately, they don't print these things on the bobbin, so it's up to you to identify your correct bobbin. Now, this can really throw you off because 2 bobbins may look exactly the same diameter, and they are, but they can be completely different thicknesses or height, and that makes an extreme difference. If the bobbin you're using is too large, too small, or the wrong shape, it could wobble, rub, get stuck while sewing. So you can probably figure out why that is actually such a really big deal. That bobbin has to be positioned precisely for the bobbin hook to be able to catch the top thread and form a stitch. Remember, everything that's happening in your machine is all about timing. Most machines come with multiple bobbins, but it can be very helpful to just take one into your local sewing shop and just be sure you're getting the right one versus ordering online and not being sure. You can always check your manual if you don't have any extras, and it should tell you the correct size you're going to need. But it really is very critical information for getting your sewing machine to work correctly. Those are 4 easy things you can be doing, or maybe stop doing, immediately to improve your stitch quality.